Some houses tell stories of wealth and power. Others speak of architectural innovation or historical significance. But the now iconic address 671 Lincoln Avenue in Winnetka, Illinois, tells a different tale. It's one of movie magic, holiday traditions, and how a single film transformed an elegant suburban home into America's most famous Christmas house. Indeed, from its 83 days as a Hollywood set to its current status as a carefully preserved landmark, in today's episode of Old Money Mansions, we'll provide a tour of the Home Alone house, offering a unique window into how pop culture can permanently alter the fabric of suburban life and Christmas itself. In 1990, an unassuming Georgian-style home at 671 Lincoln Avenue in Winnetka, Illinois, became the most famous house in American cinema. Indeed, for 83 days, from the 14th of February to the 8th of May 1990, the property was transformed into the McCallister family home for the filming of Home Alone. And while the production used the house's main staircase, attic, and most of the first-floor landing for filming, the remaining interiors were recreated on sound stages to accommodate equipment and crew. But it was the home's exterior that would become truly iconic, drawing unprecedented attention to this quiet suburban street. The impact was immediate and overwhelming. During the 1990 holiday season, following the film's November release, over 400 cars lined up outside the house on Christmas Day and Eve just to catch a glimpse of cinema's most famous residents. The quiet suburban community of Winnetka, population 12,000, suddenly found itself dealing with a tourist attraction that would endure for decades. A special treehouse was constructed in the backyard specifically for filming, though it was dismantled after production wrapped. The film crew faced unique challenges during the night scenes, with heavy-duty lights illuminating the property and artificial snow created from potato flakes, which, according to homeowners, would turn yellow and create an unpleasant smell after a couple of days. The neighborhood's patience was tested as filming, originally planned for just a few weeks, stretched into a 4 to 5 month production. Yet remarkably, the community embraced their role in what would become a holiday classic. 30 years later, people still visit the house to take photos, forcing the street to occasionally become one way to accommodate the traffic. The film's enduring popularity has made 671 Lincoln Avenue a permanent part of pop culture. So significant is its cultural impact that in 2021, LEGO created a detailed replica of the house, featuring 3,955 pieces and recreating the ground floor, first floor, kitchen, basement and attic with painstaking accuracy. Today, tourists continue to flock to the property, especially during the holiday season. The house has become such an integral part of Christmas tradition that visitors come from around the world to stand where Macaulay Culkin once stood, recreating the famous hands-on-cheeks pose from the movie poster. The house itself has changed hands several times since filming, with each new owner becoming custodian not just of a property, but of a piece of cinema history. Its transformation from family home to movie landmark marked the beginning of an era that would see this quiet corner of Winnetka permanently etched into the collective memory of movie fans worldwide. In 1921, as Chicago's wealthy families increasingly sought refuge in the prestigious North Shore suburbs, the Georgian-style residence at 671 Lincoln Avenue was built in Winnetka, Illinois. Located 16 miles north of downtown Chicago, Winnetka was already establishing itself as one of the wealthiest communities in the United States, with a rich architectural heritage that would come to define the region. The village, whose name derives from the Potawatomi language meaning beautiful place, had grown from its incorporation in 1869 with just 450 residents into a sophisticated suburb by the 1920s. The construction of 671 Lincoln Avenue coincided with a period of significant development in Winnetka, as the community attracted affluent families seeking the perfect balance of suburban tranquility and urban accessibility. During this era, Winnetka's neighborhoods were being filled with estates and homes designed by distinguished architects, including George Washington Maher, Walter Burley Griffin, John S. Van Bergen, Robert Seafarth, Robert McNitt, Howard Van Doren Shaw, and David Adler. The Georgian-style architecture of 671 Lincoln Avenue reflected the traditional aesthetic that dominated the area's most prestigious streets. The house's classic red brick exterior and symmetrical design embodied the architectural preferences of Chicago's elite during the Roaring Twenties. The property's location on Lincoln Avenue placed it at the heart of one of Winnetka's most desirable neighborhoods. The Chicago and Milwaukee Railway, later the Chicago and Northwestern Railway, had made the community easily accessible to Chicago since 1855, allowing residents to maintain their city connections while enjoying the spacious lots and fresh air of suburban life. By the time 671 Lincoln Avenue was completed, Winnetka had already established its reputation for exceptional public amenities. The Winnetka Park District, established in 1904, was the fourth oldest in Illinois, maintaining and operating 27 parks, 5 beaches, and numerous recreational facilities, including golf, tennis, and ice skating venues. The community's commitment to public spaces and careful development helped maintain property values and attract discerning homeowners to addresses like Lincoln Avenue. The house emerged during a transformative period in Winnetka's history, when the village was evolving from its origins as a railroad suburb into one of America's most prestigious communities. This evolution was reflected in the town's demographics. By 1920, the population had grown to 6,694 residents, and by 1930, it would reach 12,166. Today, Winnetka remains one of the wealthiest places in the United States, with median household incomes exceeding $250,000 as of 2022, according to the United States Census Bureau. But when film crews arrived on Lincoln Avenue in February 1990, the quiet Winnetka Street had no idea how iconic both the city and the street itself would become. Now, the production of Home Alone would stretch over 6 weeks, transforming both the house and the neighborhood in unexpected ways. The filmmaker's use of the property was selective and strategic. While the house's exterior would become instantly recognizable worldwide, only specific interior spaces made it to the screen: the main staircase, the attic, and most of the first-floor landing. The remaining interior scenes were filmed on carefully constructed sets built in the gymnasium of New Trier High School's West Campus, where the production company had established its offices. Director Chris Columbus and his crew faced unique challenges during filming. Night scenes required powerful lighting equipment that illuminated the usually quiet street. The production team created artificial snow using potato flakes, which the homeowners noted would turn yellow and produce an unpleasant smell after a couple of days. What was meant to be a few weeks of filming extended into an almost half-year production, testing the patience of nearby residents. A custom treehouse was constructed in the backyard specifically for the film, though it would be dismantled once shooting wrapped. The property's grounds became a maze of equipment, crew members, and the complex machinery needed to create movie magic. Despite the disruption, the neighborhood remained supportive, perhaps not yet realizing they were witnessing the creation of a holiday classic. The film's young star, Macaulay Culkin, and the rest of the cast became temporary fixtures in the community. Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern, playing the infamous Wet Bandits, worked through night shoots that would produce some of the movie's most memorable scenes. The production team had to carefully coordinate filming schedules around Culkin's age-restricted work hours, as he couldn't film past 10 p.m. The extensive filming period transformed not just the house, but the entire neighborhood into a Hollywood backlot. Other Winnetka locations featured in the film included Trinity United Methodist Church, which served as the film's exterior church location. By the time filming wrapped in May, the quiet suburban street had played host to one of the most significant productions in holiday movie history, though no one could predict just how famous this house was about to become. The impact of Home Alone brought significant changes to 671 Lincoln Avenue in the decades following filming. The original owners who had permitted the production remained in the house until 2011, maintaining its famous exterior while making their own modifications to the interior spaces that millions had seen on screen. When the house sold in 2012 for $1.5 million, it marked a new chapter in the property's evolution. The interior underwent extensive modernization while carefully preserving the iconic exterior that had become instantly recognizable worldwide. The kitchen, which had served as a backdrop for several memorable scenes, was completely reimagined with double islands and an 8-burner Wolf Range stove. A commercial-grade Sub-Zero fridge replaced its modest predecessor, bringing 21st-century luxury to the historic home. Other significant additions included a 3-car attached heated garage and a completely renovated primary bedroom suite. The new owners added a gas fireplace and created a spa-like bathroom featuring a marble finish and freestanding soaking tub. The basement, which had once housed the scary furnace that terrorized Kevin McCallister, was transformed into a modern entertainment space, complete with a full bathroom and state-of-the-art movie theater. The third floor, where Kevin's movie bedroom was located, underwent its own transformation into a junior primary suite with an ensuite bathroom. The renovation respected the home's architectural heritage while bringing modern amenities to every floor. Throughout these changes, the owners maintained the house's essential character, particularly its instantly recognizable facade. The property's evolution from family home to movie location to luxury residence mirrors broader changes in Winnetka itself. Each renovation and improvement has added to the home's value while preserving its place in cinema history. The careful balance between modernization and preservation has allowed 671 Lincoln Avenue to remain both a comfortable family home and a beloved cultural landmark. Beyond its role in cinema history, 671 Lincoln Avenue has profoundly influenced both Winnetka and American popular culture. The home has become a unique attraction in this affluent Chicago suburb, drawing visitors from around the world who make pilgrimages to the site, especially during the holiday season. Other major films had already established Winnetka as a desirable filming location. 16 Candles, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Risky Business, and later, Planes, Trains and Automobiles all captured scenes in the village. But Home Alone elevated 671 Lincoln Avenue to a different level of recognition, making it one of the most recognizable private residences in American cinema. The house has played a significant role in Winnetka's development. The village has had to balance its identity as an exclusive suburban community with its status as home to a major tourist attraction. Trinity United Methodist Church, which served as a filming location, and other nearby sites have also become part of the Home Alone touring circuit. The property's significance extends beyond seasonal tourism. It has become a case study in how a private residence can maintain its dignity and function while serving as a pop culture landmark. Unlike many famous movie locations that have been commercialized or altered beyond recognition, 671 Lincoln Avenue continues to serve its original purpose as a family home. Through various owners and renovations, the house has maintained its essential character. Its Georgian architecture and distinctive features remain largely unchanged from when the film crew first arrived in 1990. This preservation has allowed new generations to connect with the film, as the exterior they see matches the images that have become part of holiday tradition. The enduring appeal of 671 Lincoln Avenue lies in its authenticity. It stands not as a movie set or tourist attraction, but as a real home that happened to play a role in creating movie magic. Its continued existence as a private residence, largely unchanged on the outside while thoroughly modern within, ensures its place not just in film history, but in the story of American architecture and suburban life. And now, we'd like to see you in the comments. Is this your favorite movie mansion? Or is there a house you find more iconic? We look forward to hearing from you, and thanks again for joining us for another episode of Old Money Mansions. Cheers, until next time.